Hello, everyone, and it's Josh here, and welcome to my gaming corner. So, what we're setting up tonight is the third chapter of Zero One. The mission is called Detours, and this is a continuation from chapter two, and it's just they're set up in the same place that they started the last, or they ended the last mission from chapter two. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and check that one out, and then you should be pretty well caught up with where things are. I'm not going through like the comic book story or anything like that because I don't want to spoil any of the story for anybody that would be playing through this one. So kind of leave that one to purchase the game and have fun reading through it like I am. One thing I am doing a little different this round is I'm going to come by splitting the video up and doing more like 30-minute, 45-minute chunks of video until the mission's done. And that way, there's just not as long of a watch as a 2.5 hour gameplay session is. So once we get the board set up, we should be able to go right into it. I do explain the perks that I purchased for my heroes for this. We're starting with chapter 3, so that'll be interesting to kind of see how those turn out. So we'll see you at the table. Okay, guys, so we got everything set up and ready to go on the board here. So I'm going to kind of go through what we have here. So if you don't remember, we're finished chapter 2, and chapter 3 picks up right where chapter 2 left off. They have to basically escape out of here because they found something that Cole said, we need to get out of here ASAP. So we've got everything, like I said, is exactly the same layout as chapter 2, but everybody is going to be starting in the generator room. And all the doors have been reshut, even though we're using the same map. We have all the objectives here. We have objective 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have some additional pickups if we want to go into those rooms. We have a med pack, assault rifle, and I thought there was a grenade somewhere. Or did I already say grenade? Oh, right here. So we have a grenade for pickup. And then we have 2 spawn points, which is going to be on the ground floor, spawn point A, which is the room that we're in, and spawn point B. So for this mission, what our goals and objectives are is we need to carry out a search before we actually leave the area of all 6 objective rooms, or the ones I just pointed out, and it doesn't have to be in any particular order. But we need to do a search of those rooms, and once we've completed all 6 of those, then we need to get all of our team members out of the building. The other unique things about this map is there are no room spawns because we cleared those out already in the last chapter, or it's assumed that we cleared those out after it was done. So when we open a room, we won't be doing any room spawns, but we still have to carry out the action of opening the door up and getting into the room to search these. The other unique thing is we have 2 spawn zones, but we're not going to be rolling to see which one we spawn on at the or at the point at which we spawn zombies. They actually will both spawn, and we'll roll to see how many spawn from that point, but both of them are going to get the spawn. And when we do a search on these, we will actually also be drawing a search card, much like we did in chapter 1. And I think those are the only key points I wanted to go over for this map. The other thing I want to do before we hop into it is discuss the perks that I purchased for my heroes. All of them have 50 XP to start with. That was for the 2 successful missions that we did for chapter 1 and chapter 2. Sam had a little bit of extra for one of the loot items. I think it was either 5 or 10. I think it was 5. I want to say 5. I think that was what it was, like a can of tuna or something like that. So what I went with, and we'll start with Cole first. Let me bring the book over here. I opted to go with, where's my perks page? Did I say Victor? Cole. I chose to do Cole for the Dead Eye, and that is the ballistic perk, and that's one that he's got in green. So that was the cheapest for him to get, even though it was the top tier purchase that I could have gotten him, which I think will help him out a lot. And this is, the hero may use aimed shots for 1 action point for 1 turn. Now this is a power perk, so this is 3 uses per game. So I'm only going to get to use it. I have to start like a power perk. Let me bring that list down here. So I have to start the power perk, noting that once I actually start it, I'll have to write it down here and say, okay, I've done it once, twice, 3 times, and then I won't be able to use it anymore. But so for Cole, we're going to go ahead and write down Deadeye, because that's one I purchased for him. He's really good at shooting with the assault rifle, so that's one I felt would be good in his hands. So with the Deadeye, he has no more XP. He's zeroed out. For Victor, I went with Curb Stomp. Curb Stomp is a melee perk, and that, again, for him, that was his strong suit in the green there. And for Curb Stomp, it's a hero may perform an unarmed execution for 2 action points. So he could basically, if he has any zombie that he's adjacent to that's knocked down or that is in grapple with somebody else, he could do the Curb Stomp action as an unarmed execution, since you can roll on your unarmed chart here, but you don't even have to really even roll for that. It's just an unarmed execution for 2 action points. So put that in his hands. So that one was only 20, so he's got 30 XP left over. I didn't buy any additional ones. I wanted to just start out with just 1 each, so because if I bought more than 1, I'd probably forget that they even have them. Sam, I bought Bandit. That is a survival perk, and this is where a hero may carry out a search action for just 3 action points. This one was huge to me because a lot of times when I have Sam open a door, and like if he's standing out here in his last turn maybe, then he goes and enters a room, he's got to waste a whole turn just before he can search or do anything because he wasted 1 action point getting in the room. So hopefully I could try to mitigate that, and if I enter the room, I can also carry out the search action on the same turn if I have enough action points. So I thought that one was pretty cool. That one was 30. So Sam has 25 left since he had that additional 5 XP from that last one. And that one, the Curb Stomp that Victor had and that Bandit are not power perks, so we can use those as many times as we need to. Cat is our last one. I gave her Dodgy. And for that one, that is a agility perk. That one was 40, and Cat, all these I selected because it was the best one out of the heroes. Like Sam has the survival perk and the agility perk that he is most suited to, and Cat is most suited to the agility. So I gave her Dodgy, which is hero gains +1 to all grab tests. So if she ever finds herself in a bad spot, she at least gets that +1 to help herself out. Now Dodgy is a 40 experience, so she's got 10 left. And so that's what I chose. So I wanted to make sure you guys know that, just in case I ended up using any of them throughout this game or any future ones. And I think that's about it. So we'll go ahead and get chapter 3 going. All right. So maybe do that before I shuffle, even though I might not get these going real soon here. Okay. Hopefully, once I roll the dice, I'll be able to put those in an area where we can see them. All right, so we want to try to carry out, get this done as soon as possible. Now, we're in a spawn zone, so we really need to be careful staying too close to there once they spawn out. Probably be a really good idea to get ourselves upstairs and try to work on these rooms and then save the downstairs for our last. Maybe we can work them through coming the stairs. Found that was a pretty good strategy last time. So Sam, we'll go ahead and use 1 to open the door here, and then we'll go, we'll do a sprint. So 1, 2, 3, and he's still got 1 more action point left, so he'll go 1 more there. All right, so Sam's done. Next we'll go with Cat. We'll do 2 runs, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sam, or let's see, not Sam, but Cole. Get over here, we'll have some better, let's see, 2 sprints, so 1, 2, 3, you know what? I may just go ahead and set myself up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to go 2 movements. I'm going to set myself up for a alert there, so whatever comes out on A, I might be able to get a good shot on him. So Victor he'll sprint twice. 1, 2, 3. Then he'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. All right. So now that was pretty easy for the heroes to run, but hopefully that setting up Cole there will be a pretty good placement. All right. Let me go ahead and, since you guys know what's going on, we'll go and focus in on the action here. See what happens. All right. So we'll have only things having come out of A and B. So now we move into the. I guess I forgot the turn announce. That was turn 1, by the way. And now we do infected move, which there are none on the board. And so we just go directly into the infected spawn. All right, so our first one, we have to choose the zone or the spawn point that is closest to the heroes. So A is going to be going first. Now, however many A is going to get is we just roll on the outcome. That's all we're doing. And so we got a 7. 7 is going to be 4 zombies. Ouch. All right. So first one that comes on is going to start here, and Cole's going to get to take a shot at it. So first shot from Cole is a 7. That is a kill. All right, and we mark that one off on his assault rifle that's being used. Next one is right here. Cole's going to take another shot. Okay, he gets a 4. A 4 on his assault rifle. Is going to be, let's see, that is a miss, unfortunately. All right, so still takes the shot or the bullet ammo for that one. Next is, so he'll get to go, so that one was 1. This one will be 2, so Cole will take another shot. Gets a 7 this time, so that one's down. Okay, he spent 3 ammo so far. This is the third one to spawn on, so 1. Cole shoots, gets a 1. It's a miss. All right, second placement is right there. Shoots, gets a 5. 5 is a knockdown. Now Cole, the Deadeye, what did I explain what the Deadeye was? I think I did. For Cole, the Deadeye, no, I'm not using that one yet. Okay, so that's going to be a knockdown there. So this is not going to be able to move any further. Next one that comes on spawns right there, and Cole shoots. He gets an 8. That's a solid shot. All right, so we only have 1 out of the bunch that spawned here, and 1 is knocked down. Next, we have the outcome for 8. Get a 3. That is 2 zombies. All right, so they're going to be moving this way, I guess, through this door. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. So they'll be able to open that door. There's not charging or anything because they don't have any line of sight or any smell range on any of the heroes. That finishes out the spawn. No infection test as nobody's bit. And end phase, we're going to end 1. And we're going to pick this guy up. And we're no longer in alert. All right, so now we move back to the hero movement. Okay, and so, yep, now we just go ahead and I'm going to have Cole take a shot while he's standing there. I don't really want him to waste too much ammo, so I'll conserve and just do 1. It was a 2, so wasting ammo anyway. All right, so he's got 3 action points left, so he's going to move and shoot. So he's going to shoot and then move, so he's going to take another quick shot. 7 as a quick shot is dead. All right, and he moves with that to here. So that's going to be 2 action points is spent. He's got 2 left, so he's going to run 1, 2, and he's not going to be able to proceed any further since he was the first one to shot, or first one to go. I should have probably not moved with him first, but that is the action I have to take. All right, so now we're moving up towards the stairs, and we have, let's go with Cat next. She's going to do 2 sprint actions. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Victor, same thing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And Sam is as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all we're going to be able to do before we move to the infected move. All right, so first one, we're going to moving down here. Bring this up so you guys can see what's going on here. Very good. All right, so now we have the infected are going to move here. So our first movement point goes here. Our second one opens the door. Now we have a unique situation because he just used his 2 movement points. He's not charging and he's not smelling anybody, so he can't move any further. Now this zombie can only go 1. I guess they don't block line of sight. I think that since he's not going any further, the zombie would actually make it outside since he has enough space to move to here. So he'll go 1, 2 to get to the outside. And that's going to finish out the zombie's turn, or the zombie movement, I'm sorry. And then we'll go into the spawn, which we start at spawn point A because that's where Cole is. And our outcome is, dang it, 7. So we got 4 more zombies coming in. All right, so we have 1, 2. And so we have line of sight to Cole? I don't know. I'm going to say no, we have no line of sight at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, north smell range. So that zombie's not going to move any further than he is. Next one is 1, 2, and he can't go any further. This one will go right here to this spot, and then this one just like we were doing a normal spawn there. All right, so that's our 4 spawn in for that room. Next we roll on spawn point B. Dang it, 4 more. I'm gonna run out of zombies really, really fast. All right, so 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1. I guess they can move. They're not really blocked in by this, so almost the same. You know, thinking that this one actually might have gotten line of sight onto Cole. So yeah, this one did. So this one would actually go 3, 4. And did anybody else get line of sight on Cole when they moved to this space? Yep, this one did too. So 1, 2. Well, that one would have been out of the way, so this one would have gone 1, 2, 3, and it can't push out any further, so that's as far as it's going to be able to go on that space there. I think that's how this one's a little better because they were able to get line of sight on Cole, so they would have gone into charging mode. These on this line would not gain line of sight, so these all shuffle out here because they go up to their 2 spaces, and let's see, 1. This one would not have. This one would have gone 1, 2. Would have either gone to this space or this one. So I think we cleaned that up just a little bit. And I think that's all for the spawn that we need to do. So now we'll move back to the no infection test and end phase for second round. And now we'll begin round 3. And there's nobody to pick up, so we just start with the hero movement. All right, so getting Cole off means that they're going to go for the stairs, but definitely need to get him out of there because they're going to charge on him without a doubt next time. So at least I can take him out of line of sight, and they'll be moving a lot slower to get to us. So we'll do 2 nope, I'm not going to move him first because I got to get these guys out of the way. Cat, I'm going to have her go, I'm going to have her sprint 1, 1, 2, 3, and then I guess 1, 2, and set herself up there for the next turn. So she's going to be behind this door here, and she'll set up for opening that next turn. Victor is going to sprint twice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sam is going to do the same. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now Cole, let's see. Should I try to shoot before I move? Just take one shot, and maybe see if I can get it. Yeah, I'll take a shot. No, because that's going to mean I can only move one. So I'm going to do 2 sprints. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's going to finish my turn out. So now we go to the move phase for the zombies. And let's see, what do we... So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, so now we don't have any heroes on this floor. So what they're going to do is they're going to move towards the closest staircase. So these down here no longer moving up here. They're going to move down towards the staircase. So 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. He can't move out any further. This one can't move out any further. So 1, 2. Or would it have been better to try to open the door? They're taking the shortest path, so that might have been actually better for them to go through and open the door. Let me rewind that and see if see which placement is going to be better. So to me, it looks like the shortest path is going to be once that door is open. So we start with the zombies that are closest to the heroes is generally the way you pick that. And I guess the one's closest to the staircase. So what we would do is we'd start with her and go 1, and then she would use her next movement point to open that door. This one wouldn't be able to go out, so actually it would do 1 and push past this one. This one, 1, 2. This one, 1. And it doesn't have anywhere else to push to get its way out, so that one's stopped. This one can go 1, 2. And this one's kind of head back this way because it's the, believe it or not, it's the shortest path to get through here than it is to go around this corner. So 1, 2. And that will get him to the staircase sooner. I think that's the best way to handle that one. You know, whatever is worse off for me is probably the better way to do it. So, all right. Next, we're going to, I think we're just going to spawn now that we've moved and see how this goes. Maybe I can get lucky and start spawning 1s instead of 4s. Spawn closest to the heroes. So this is going to be A6. No, I'm not getting lucky. That's 3 zombies. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Oops. All right. Now B. Jeez, Aloo, I am rolling high for the spawns. So 4 zombies. I only have 1 more zombie in my pool. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 1. Because they all want to get down here. So that's the best placement for them. Ugh. All right. So no infection test and end phase on number 3. Now we move to 4. All right. So we need to open doors. So let's go ahead and have Kat do that. She's going to spend first action to go here. And then she'll move into the room. Let's see if 1, I can sprint. 1, 2, 3. And now I can spend my last action point to open the door while still being in the room. And remember, we don't spawn in here because we don't do room spawns on this one. So that's going to end Cat's turn. So now we'll go, who do we want to activate? Victor is going to sprint 1, 2, 3. He's then going to use this action point to open the door, and then his final one to move into the room. And that finishes his turn. Sam is going to sprint twice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And Cole is going to sprint twice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, now heroes are done, so we move infected. All right, so these are going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Can't go any further, and 1, but I can't do anything more for that group. All right, so this one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. No, is that the best one? Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Dang it. 1. 1, 1. And they're having a hard time getting out of there with only moving 2 spaces. I totally blocked all that off. I'm so sorry. All right, so down here, we got them all move, and they're just trying to make it out the door. So we got them going right at the edge of the staircase. So they're all trying to move to the other floor. All right. So now spawn. I only have one more spawn zombie, and I can't spawn that many zombies. So I know there's a rule in there about if you have enough out of the pool. Let me go read that real quick. I know there was something that said if you didn't have enough to spawn them in, then pull from the back. Let me go check and see where that is.